Hey buddy, watch this.
Hello, RegisKillbin is the name and Hearthstone is the game, and this is my latest deck experiment in which I take a fun, interesting, crazy idea for a deck, build it live on the spot, and then take that new deck out onto the ranked ladder to see it in action. This time around, I wanted to build a grinder control mage that utilized the new Journey to and Grow quest for mage, but not in a burst damage context, really just in a value context late in the game. It's an archetype for mage that we haven't really seen in the expansion so far, and I think it has a lot of promise. So let's go ahead and jump into this deck's creation process as recorded live from my Twitch stream. I'm going to be building what I think could be a pretty cool deck. So the plan here is to build a mage deck. So let's get started here, and it's actually going to be a quest mage deck, but it's not going to be your standard like 1-turn kill / 2-turn kill quest mage deck. I want to build what I think in the past has really kind of been called a grinder mage. It's really more of a control mage essentially, but it's not about like a big instant kill at the end. It's more about grinding out your opponents with lots of value, lots of card generation, threatening minions, removal, just really the meat of a control deck essentially, but as much as mage can accomplish that. So, you know, we're like I said, it's going to involve the quest, but the quest won't be utilized as a 1-turn kill. The quest will just be a value play somewhere down the line, because the deck is going to run Kabbalist Tomes and a lot of stuff that generates cards anyway. So we're gonna proc the quest. We're gonna have enough cards, so it's not bad to include this. It's just something maybe later on we can play some Arcane Giants for free, or just develop some minions and get to attack really quickly, right? It's not the traditional combo quest mage that's actually not very successful in the ladder currently that I can tell. This is something different. It might actually confuse our opponents for a while that we're trying to pull off a combo. They might play around it. They might fail. That could be an advantage for us, but that's really not going to be the ultimate goal of the deck. See you, Cree. Guys, I'm probably going to fall a little bit behind on chat while building this deck, so forgive me for not responding to absolutely everything. But as far as deck lists are concerned, guys, and playing them on stream, there's actually a couple of people asking about that. As far as like covering a deck in a video on YouTube, unfortunately, it kind of has to be a deck that a professional player has played, just because, although obviously anybody can build a good deck, whether you're known or not, whether you're famous or not, you can still make great decks and find something cool. But as far as like what people want to watch and what people want to see, carrying the name of a professional player goes a lot farther. So unless you make like the best deck in the world and it takes over the ladder, it's probably not going to be something that I'm specifically going to feature on the channel. I'd love to, like, it'd be great if I had time for all that, but I have to be really picky, choosy about what decks I feature in spotlights and stuff, because, you know, I get maybe one every 2 days, so it needs to be something that people are going to recognize and care about, and it's usually whatever the best deck that a pro player just played or made is going to be. So I have to apologize, I can't always cover all that stuff. So back to the deck here. I definitely want to run stuff like Frostbolts. I definitely want to run stuff like Primordial Glyph. I actually might want to run Pyros, just because for one card he gives you 3 giant bodies in a grind-style deck. That could be worth it. We'll see if he makes the cut by the end, but I don't know for sure that he will. I want to run a Shimmering Tempest, because this gives me cards back in my hand. Helps with the quest, of course, as does Primordial Glyph. I definitely want to run Arcane Intellects. By the way, these are all 2-ofs, right? This is not a Kazakus deck. This is just a straight control deck. We don't care about, like, Kazakus stuff. I think we can go ahead and maybe run an Ice Block. I don't know that it would help us a lot, though, because I don't know how much heal I'm going to have. So we may actually cut the Ice Block at some point. It may not actually fit the deck and what we're trying to do. I think I'll run at least 1 Volcanic Potion for early game aggro boards, clearing aggro druid, that kind of stuff. I think I want double Fireball and double Polymorph. I may actually cut back a little bit on these Fireballs and Frostbolts. They kind of serve as removal, particularly against Taunt Warrior. I like the idea of it because Taunt Warrior has a lot of stuff at 6 health. The reason I'm running double Polymorph is for Silence Priests. and sometimes like Savannah High mains, even some big taunts from Warrior could be good. It just serves as great removal for us, so I think I like this. I'm already out of cards, though. I'm already running out of options in my deck, so we got to be careful about everything we throw in. We can clearly pull back at a later date. I'm just kind of grabbing the stuff that makes sense to me right away, and then I'm gonna pull back on stuff that we don't want. I think a Blizzard actually works. Faceless Summoner's not bad in this kind of deck because it's just stats. But I don't know. We're gonna look at legendary neutral minions and things too, so we may actually want to just go ahead and cut him because I'm pretty sure he's not gonna make the cut. Mana Bind is actually potentially viable in a deck like this, but there's a lot of cheap spells going around right now with priests in particular, where this is going to lose a ton of value. Could be good with quests and things, but I'm not sure how consistently that's actually going to hit. What do you think of Lucari Sacrifice? Asks BMX Dude. It seems too slow right now. I don't think it's going to be all that good unless something major changes. I think just standard discard Zulok without the quest is a stronger deck at the moment. Hey Regis Love from Europe, thanks man. Have you seen Trump's Elemental Mage? It seems to be awesome. No, I haven't seen Trump's version. I played a Kalinto Elemental Mage. It seemed alright. I'm not sure it's better than Shaman, but I'm curious what Trump built. Pyro's best Ungoro Legendary. I don't know about that. BMX Dude thinks it might actually be Tyrantus. I disagree with both those points. I think they're two of the weaker ones. They're not absolutely terrible in either regard, but just got here. What's happening, says Kev to the max. Building a Grinder Mage. Trying to build a nice control mage to beat the warriors, to beat the hunters, to beat the shamans of the world. So we need answers to all of those kinds of cards. So I think this deck definitely wants an Elise. She's perfect for us because it's a spell, you know, it activates the quest. She's just a value play over the long term. Just passes back so much stuff to your hand. This is exactly the kind of thing that we want. So let's look at other standard legendaries here, stuff we might want to add in that's just really strong. Nothing here looks great. We're not a Kazakus deck, like I said, so Kazakus is not going to be good. Frankly, the Black Knight lately has been a pretty surprisingly valuable tech card because of all the Taunt Warriors. You can get some pretty big swings on the back of this card. I don't know that we absolutely need it because of things like Polymorph. I might actually throw one in, though, because people have been playing this so much. It seems like it could make sense. These are all good minions. Alexstrasza could make sense in this deck to heal us up a little bit. Medivh the Guardian could make sense because we have so many high-cost spells. There's not much weapon removal running around either right now. Nothing here is probably going to fit. Like, we're not an Azoth deck. Deathwing, we don't need. We have a lot of removal. Yaxaron actually probably does fit, so let's toss him in there for now. None of those seem that compelling. I like the idea of running Medivh quite a bit. He might be too slow, though, when we already have a lot of slow pieces to this deck. I don't know that we have enough minions. One thing I really want to do with this deck is right now the best way to beat like traditional quest combo mage is to play Dirty Rat and pull out your Antonidas and pull out your Sorcerer's Apprentices and break the combo before it ever goes off. If somebody does that to us, there's a chance it's going to backfire, or at least I want there to be a chance that it's going to backfire, so that's why I want some like value legendaries. Like Sylvanas, Ragnaros would have both been great. Fortunately, they don't exist in standard format anymore. But Medivh doesn't really fit that bill, right? He's more about you need the battle cry. So Ysera is that kind of card where you pull her out, you really regret it. She's also a long-term value play. So she might be something worth considering. I don't think I'm going to run the Black Knight. With Meteors and Blizzards and Flame Strikes and everything else, I think that's overkill. Speaking of which, I don't think we need 2 Flame Strikes if we also run Meteor and Blizzard. So probably just 1 Flame Strike, 1 Blizzard, 1 Meteor, kind of to fit different aspects of the board that we might want to answer. 2 Kabbalist Tomes, I like the idea of that because it's generating so many cards, but it might be slow. Might just be too slow. I think we might need more minion presence on the board. And as much as I like these Fireballs, we might have to cut one. Because I kind of want to add in stuff like Arcane Giants, because that does actually work fairly well with the quest. And we have so many spells that they might just be tempo plays earlier in the game too. This is not like a Giants quest mage. That's not the design of the deck to stall, win with Alexstrasza Giants. That's not my plan. It's just these are actually good with our list, given all the ridiculous amount of spells that we're going to be casting. So I don't feel like the deck is internally consistent yet. Like I don't know, there's not that much that feels right, but we'll have to see. There are loads of big minions. Deadly Shot is still good. Yeah, Deadly Shot is making plays. It could hurt this deck a little bit, but probably not too much. Try Toast, Holy Wrath, him at Molten Giant deck. Yeah, that's fine, but he kind of already did it, right? So I mean, I'm sure it'd be fun to try, but as far as creating the content, Toast already nailed that one. He got it right, so. Regis, why can't Meteor go face? I wish it could. That'd be amazing. Hey, Regis, you going to refine your Zoo Priest deck sometime in the future? I don't know. I haven't really played with it yet. It's probably going to come down to whether or not I get a Priest quest, and then I'll have to play it on ladder and maybe figure that out and see how it goes. I remember Caverns Below hype. Yeah, Caverns Below, I suspect... I haven't seen it at all. It must be played at lower ranks if it's still played. It's not that strong of a deck. It's a very annoying deck and a frustrating deck that I think actually still needs to be fixed in some ways, which you probably saw my video on that topic. But it's not the kind of deck to me that is going to break the meta or anything. Just very frustrating to play against, much like Jade Druid was. Not a game-breaking deck, but a frustrating deck nonetheless. You know, Cairn is the kind of minion in this deck that I wouldn't hate. Like, especially if we ran something like Molten Reflection, right? Like, we could just run a Molten Reflection in this deck as a value. Like, summon a 4-mana Ysera. You know what I mean? Summon an Arcane Giant for 4 mana, that kind of thing. Like, it's actually possible. Summon a 10/10 Pyros for 4 mana. You know, there's all kinds of shenanigans you can do with Molten Reflection. But again, I'm not thinking of it as a combo piece. That's not my plan. I think I'd like to run Doomsayers. It's good with Blizzard. I think I'm going to cut these Frostbolts, by the way. I don't think we need them. We have actually some early game minions, Doomsayers, Tempest, Pyros. We have some early game removal with Volcanic Potion. Water Ellie's pretty low in the curve. Like, we have ways to keep up early without relying on Frostbolts. And again, we don't really need burst damage in this deck. It's not what it's about. Other than using it to clear, it's not going to be that valuable to me. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is an idea, but again, the deck is already sort of stuffed. I don't know. I probably need to cut something, but thus far, that's not obvious to me what I could cut. As far as card generation cards to activate the quest, we have 2 Primordial Glyphs. This puts us at 4 spells generated. Kabbalist Tome puts us at 7 spells generated. Is that actually enough? Elise is technically 8, but pretty slow. I guess that's enough. What other card generation options do combo mages rely on? Guys, Mana Bind would do it. I haven't really thought about the list enough to say. I don't think I need double Firelands Portal, by the way. I think we can cut 1. Just thinking about my curve, we have a lot of high-cost stuff to end the game, essentially. We have Antonidas, but is Antonidas even that good? We don't have very many cheap spells. I'm not sure we want Antonidas, other than just the fact that he's a giant body. We could get cheap spells off all our generations, though, so that'd probably be alright. I'm curious what feedback you guys have on this deck, because I don't really know exactly what I'm building, right? This is the first try. Obviously, it's a Decksperiment. I'm experimenting. But I'm curious what you guys think. Oh, Babbling Books. Babbling Books. Yeah, we need Babbling Books. That's the obvious suggestion, of course. Yes. 2 Babbling Books is fantastic. Another early game play. Generates cards. Yeah, that's the obvious one. Forgot about Babbling Book. How could I forget about Babbling Book? Do you think Quest Rogue will be so strong even in a few weeks? No, Robin. I probably already answered that after you asked and missed your question, but no, I don't think it will. I think it'll still be annoying and frustrating. I think people will still play it. I think the list will get refined a little bit and better, and it already has adapted somewhat to like Taunt Warrior and everything. But I suspect it will never be a top-tier competitive deck. Does Yogg count in the quest? No, I don't believe so. Anything that gets cast by a minion doesn't count. I think it has to be cast specifically by the player. How good is Bog Creeper? Bog Creeper's a playable card in Constructed, just not very often. It was in a Crusher Shaman list an expansion or two ago that was halfway viable, but not much else. But it's amazing in Arena. Probably one of the best cards in Arena. Just outstanding in Arena. So I'm just going through the list here, seeing if there's other stuff I might want to add. A second like Kabbalist Tome is still intriguing, but I think, again, just too slow. I just don't know that we have enough big minions to win the game yet. Ysera is good. Antonitis is good. Like a Cairn would be great, but Water Lilies are good. All of these spells can generate so many things. Elise can generate stuff for us. Pyros is good. It's big bodies. So maybe this does, in fact, have enough. Meteor, Flamestrike, Blizzard. We got double Doomsayer, some for early tempo, some to combo with Blizzard, potentially, or just on an empty board to stall out our opponent. I'm still not sure the Ice Block is necessary. Without any sort of burn damage, how does the Ice Block really help? But then again, I don't have any taunts or anything either, so we're perhaps a tad susceptible without it. It's one of those things where we could just stall and load up a board of Arcane Giants and hope that we're able to kill them before they kill us. But, you know, we're going to get the occasional Ice Block and defensive cards out of all these generation spells. Plus, Open the Way Gate in and of itself is a little bit of an Ice Block, right? You can stall a turn to find a win. So I'm actually going to cut it. I think we can find more valuable stuff. So what can we play that's a middle curve? Maybe a 3-drop that's really strong. Like a Cabal Courier could be great, actually, in this list. That makes some sense. Picks a card, develops an early body. Now I'm kind of thinking about cutting an Arcane Intellect for a second Cabal Courier. Because we don't necessarily need to draw into any specific cards. We're generating so many along the way. Maybe just one Arcane Intellect is enough. Because you don't necessarily need card draw if you also have card generation. Polymorphs are the only thing we might want to dig for in specific matchups, like Priest. But otherwise, that curve is kind of what I'd expect, right? The 2-mana spot looks a little heavy, but that's, Pyros and Primordial Glyph aren't really 2-drops in the traditional sense, right? This is really more about the late game. This is a generation card draw type card, so it's not like 2-mana minions. So, yeah, I kind of like how this is shaping up. Is there anything I'm absolutely missing that would fit perfectly in this list? What do you think, Twitch chat? Anything crazy that that would just put the deck over the top? You think another Kabbalist Tome is better than what? Tan45 specifically. I might have missed what it was referencing. Ultrasaur always beats it compared to Bog Creeper. That's pretty funny. What list of mid-range Hunter do you like? Is it the one from your video or a new updated one? I've actually been running this one. I don't remember who it came from. I think I found it on Twitter and tweaked it just a tad, a couple cards here and there. I don't even really remember significantly the differences between the original one I posted on YouTube and this one, but it does run like double. It's probably more mid-rangey, in fact, because Volcanosaurs, double nesting rocks, a random vicious fledgling. There's some cool little kind of tech pieces in here that actually are surprisingly good. Giant Wasp is fantastic against like Priest and Warrior. Double deadly shot's really important in the same matchups. You can still get off to very fast starts with Crackling Razor Maul. Galactic Crawler's good against both Rogues and Pirate Warriors. It's pretty much just more of a techie list, I guess, with some tech options, but it's got a big enough curve that it can go toe-to-toe with some pretty powerful decks. But this is the actual list I'm running if you want to screenshot it real fast, if you're curious and want to try some mid-range Hunter. This one, I've been playing fairly successfully from rank 5 up to rank 4. I've fallen back again, but that's because I played something else. But this was winning me games in top 5 ranks, probably more often than not, which is a good thing. You guys are saying Knife Juggler, Flame Imps. I thought you were talking about my my Grinder Mage. It took me a second to realize you were talking about Zoo. There's a second conversation happening here. Oh. Thought another Kabbalist Tome is better than Ice Block, but Cabal Courier is better than both. I think I tend to agree with that. So let's... Yeah, I'm going to take one last look at Legendaries here just to see if there's anything that really jumps out at me that seems like it has to be in the deck. I don't think that's going to be the case, though. I think I'm pretty happy where my list is. Cairn is the really only value guy left. you know, Hogger wouldn't be that bad. You could ping it yourself to summon 2/2s pretty regularly, but doesn't feel great. Curator's not going to work. Again, Medivh would be nice, but I think we can do without him. I'm almost considering swapping a Medivh for Archmage Antonidas, now that I think about it. We just don't have that many cheap spells. We might get some, sure, but ultimately I think this is going to be a better play for our deck, because we're not trying to find a bunch of damage to kill the person at once. We're trying to grind them out, and Medivh is going to summon more bodies to help grind them out. So, yeah, I like that change. I think that's, with all these high-cost spells, meteors, blizzards, and all that stuff, there's a chance Medivh is just an absolute home run. So let's try Medivh instead. So yeah, I kind of like this list, guys. I think this is going to be the first iteration of my Quest Grinder Mage, which is cool. I think this might be a way to play Mage that nobody's really been testing a lot of yet. And it seems to work because the meta has slowed down. Even Hunters are slower. Warriors are very slow. Priests are fairly slow. So Mage has historically been able to get a lot of value in these slow matchups where they can just drain people's resources, bleed them out, and just win on the board eventually with big dudes. And I think that's exactly what this list can accomplish. So that said, let's go ahead and give this thing a shot on the ranked ladder. Let's go ahead and jump into ranked and see how it goes. I'm at rank, 5 and 4 stars right now. So pretty high this early in the season. On pace to hit Legend pretty easily so far. We'll see how it goes, though, as I play more and more budget decks. That might fail me before too long. Hey, Regis, just came here, says, feeling of the pain. Well, welcome, dude. Happy to have you here. Thanks for swinging by. Hope you have fun. Aaron 3000. I would recommend checking out Spark's post about Midrange Hunter on our competitive Hearthstone. He's played more high-level Hunter than just about anyone. Yeah, it sounds like a great recommendation. That subreddit in general is pretty good, guys, if you're looking to get better. There's a lot of decks posted, but more specifically, there's a lot of great sort of guides posted on decks. A lot of great discussion about decks and deck lists, so it's an incredible resource. Grinder, LOL. Poor Golden Volcanosaur got disenchanted on the 150 pack opening stream, I think. Yes, in fact, he may have. I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I'm already down to 2 normal Volcanosaurs, as you probably noticed when I showed off that list, which I'm fine with. I don't need a golden Volcanosaur to make me happy. As long as I have a golden Explorer Unguro, I think I'm going to be good to go. So this is almost definitely Elemental Shaman. Could be Murlocs, but I haven't really seen that many Murlocs playing up to rank 5. It seems like they fall away at this point, and it's almost exclusively Elementals. I'm a goat now, but love your Regis. I would lick a beard. Well, I lick it sometimes. You know, food and other things, but it's really not that enjoyable to lick. So appreciate the sentiment, but I'll have to pass. Greetings. I think I'll just go ahead and coin the book, too. We have a lot of 2-drops, so we can just get stuff rolling. It's still very, very likely to be Elemental. Okay, it's not bad. High value kind of play. Guys, by the way, I'm going to try to click less and hover over cards less. Or at least annoyingly hover like that, like I tend to do. Those are some tics I've always had, and I don't think they make for a great experience, and they're bad habits I'm trying to cut. So if you notice me doing it, you can reprimand me in chat. You can say, Regis, stop clicking. It's just something that it's going to take some getting used to. I've actually, to help myself as sort of a, I don't know, like a reminder, like a habit breaker, an addiction breaker, I've put a really annoying post-it note on my mouse. So clicking is actually like very physically unenjoyable at this point, because I just have to like maneuver with this post-it note. So I'm hoping that helps me break the habit here. I think Blizzard, even though it's not something I'm going to play soon, is just going to be really good against Shaman in general. There's a lot of 2 health, low elemental guys that tend to stack the board. It's enough to slow down some of the bigger elemental guys. Plus, these 2 cards are just so weak. I don't see how we can pick them. I don't really see an incentive to mirror image yet. We might be able to protect a more valuable resource later. Let's see. Taunt Warrior is so annoying. It definitely can be. He licks the beard. Yes, me liking the orange. Oh god, I started another meme with a beard licking. I regret it immediately. We could go ahead and blizz. Oh, this is Whoa! I've seen Jade Elemental Shamans, but I don't think they typically run Jade Spirit. So this might be just more of a traditional Jade Shaman. Which is kind of scary. That's something I haven't thought about in a while. I'm going to have to remember what's in the list. What's up, Regis? Good to see you streaming again. Nice YouTube video. I think I'll be making that deck. Cool, dude. Good luck. Well, no, it is Elemental. I just haven't seen this card pop up, I feel like, in the Elemental list. Maybe I'm wrong. This might actually just go ahead and be the Blizzard turn. The board is so wide already. Like, we can follow up with a Meteor if he reloads with something big. But we have more Blizzards coming. I mean, I think it's fine to utilize that. And I'll go ahead and mirror image here. I think it's a good time to get it out. We have the spare mana. Eventually it's going to get some value. Might slow down this guy if we don't ping it. But I think he's probably going to play like Fire Ellie, kill one of these, and then we just Meteor the Fire Ellie. Oh, not, in fact, a Fire Ellie. So that's a great Firelands Portal target, but unfortunately we don't have a Firelands Portal that we can cast right now. It's 7 mana. Let's see what this gets us, though. This might give me something good. We can play Pyro's Ping, if not. Pyroblast, Mana Bind is intriguing. Frostbolt is also intriguing. I kind of want to take the Mana Bind. Shaman has some good spells. Like, if we nail the Hex or something, that would be amazing. We might also get to see a Lightning Storm soon, which could be cool. The only problem is, though, is, like, I could actually deal with the Harrison right now if I Frostbolt Ping and just trade into this guy. It would set me up for a Lightning Storm, but it wouldn't be that good of a Lightning Storm. So as much fun as Mana Bind is, I think I'm going to go for the more consistent option here. We can play Pyros on a future turn. Plus, I guess that does actually help me activate the... Oh, that was free! We have the mana to still play Pyros. And again, this sets me up for Lightning Storm, but still not that good of a Lightning Storm. We can follow up with some good plays. Probably Firelands Portal, anything he develops here. Hex the Pyros. I get it. I actually don't hate it, though. We have so many other big minions in this deck that, as far as like Pyros, or excuse me, Hex targets go, that's not the least favorite I've ever seen. Stop clicking and hovering, dog. WTF. There you go. That's good. Did I already start? No way did I already start. Oh, Regis, turn on the deck tracker. Yes, absolutely I will. Winners of the giveaway, asks Regis Steelman. When are those going to be revealed? That is 2 weeks from the posting of the YouTube video, which I think was like April 4th. So probably another like 6 or 7 days at this point. Not really sure. I think we'll just develop the Medivh and trade. He actually already Harrisoned. So I doubt he's running any more weapon removal in his deck. He's upset that he ran, that he dropped his Harrison when he was actually going to get value. Volcano? What? That is such a cool animation. Oh, wow. I guess it was a guaranteed full clear. We didn't have enough health on the board, so it's pretty good for him. As much as I'd love to get a 6-drop out, I'm not going to waste a Meteor. We'll just Doomsayer Pink Face. This is probably going to stick and give me initiative on the board, which is cool. Pyros animation is sick. Yeah, dude, it really is. Can you maybe put up the deck list? Yes, I will, Disco. Guys, remind me again. I always need to be reminded. All that just to develop the weapon. I still don't have a play, though, unfortunately. Jeez. Ping Face it is. All removal, no minions. This deck does need minions. I thought we ran enough, but maybe not. An Arcane Giant, for instance, would have been a pretty sick draw. We got removal for days, though. Play another big dude and let me Meteor it? Play a Fire Ellie? I'll happily Meteor a Fire Ellie. Do I cast Meteor on this just to... actually, I think we can Volcanic Potion Meteor for a clear, right? And I think that's probably fine. We get to summon 2 minions out of it, so... I'm okay with this play. It's not the most high-value Meteor in history, but since we're going to get a minion back, I'm quite okay with it. Could be a Cairn. There's a lot of good 6-drops, probably, so... Boulder Fist Ogre would be fine. We got the worst, I think. Probably the worst. Prepare yourself for a Doomsayer out of Atiyesh. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Guys, if I show a card to hover, that's not the same thing as like filtering through. Was I filtering through like this, or was I showing a card? Because if I show a card and say we can do this, we can do this, I don't consider that a hover. I consider this a hover. This tick is a hover. Flame Strike would be a pretty sick draw, I guess. We might be able to just Meteor again. Although it's not lined up like I want. Everything's in a little bit of a weird spot, right? If we Meteor this, we clear 2, but we don't get to clear the Mana Tide. Could just Elise. Maybe even Polymorph this. I don't know what other big guys he's running. His Jades are going to get fairly large at some point. I think Meteor is probably still just the best play. Even if we leave the Mana Tide alive. We can ping trade into the 2/4. This would be the only remaining minion on board. But we'd have a 6-drop, so... Actually, I guess we can just ping here first. If we're going to ping anyway. Never mind. This is obviously a superior play. We can leave alive the 2/4 and nobody cares. But killing the Mana Tide gives us a lot of potential value. Oh, I'll take her. That's fine. 5/5's not bad at all. Worse than Blaze Caller, but... do I go ahead and make this trade just to set up the ping? Because he does have the Jade Claws. It's going to die to his weapon. He might get some value back if he has like a Lightning Bolt or something to trade into this. But I want to be able to ping it maybe next turn. And it was going to die anyway, so I feel okay about that line. You are hovering over your whole deck. Hey, Regis is curious. Hey, man, how's it going? Ping the little dude. Yep, you saw it. Sniper on chat. Oh, is there seriously a sniper on chat? That's never happened to me before, but it'd be pretty amazing. Oh my goodness, a lot of guys. I need a Flame Strike immediately. That's pretty good too. We can actually just double Polymorph, I think, and ping. And trade into the Jade, I suppose. He's going to get a 6/6 back out of this, but we'll have an Arcane Giant on the board. So, actually, would it just be better to Polymorph this in a weird way? Because, you know, if he gets this back in his hand, he's going to get a 4-mana 2/3 that also summons a 6/6. If I just kill this, he's going to have a 5-mana 5/5. I honestly think it might just be better to Polymorph the Jade Spirit so that it denies the card draw from that. I don't really care about a 4-mana 4/4 and a 5-mana 5/5 eventually. So, the only risk, though, is that... he'll have a 4/4 up, and he won't be able to kill the Arcane Giant anyway. Yeah, I think that's going to be my play. As weird as it seems. As unusual as it might seem. And I guess... maybe I'll just kill... no, I'll just kill this. It's fine. He's got some good trades back, but... it probably means the Arcane Giant gets to live a little bit more. And I might get to Mass Reflect or Molten Reflection the Arcane Giant, which would be pretty cool. Another big guy. This is a fine play, though. Kabbalist Tome could be more enticing than Elise, but I think I need to develop a body, though. And you know, you guys know I love Elise's body. So let's just copy this and play Elise and trade. I like the Molten Reflection in this deck. It has a chance to, you know, just summon a value minion, which is cool. I'm actually a little sad we don't have card draw, though. That was something I said we could kind of forgive. First Sniper Reno? Maybe so. How long has it been since the stream started? Asked McCurp. About 38 minutes. I don't have uptime command, sorry guys, but 38 minutes is your answer. He just loves Eloise's body. Definitely the case. Definitely the case. So is this guy really in chat? I just can't believe there's a world where someone... I don't see him in chat. No, you guys are trolling. I can't imagine a world where someone actually knows who I am enough to think that I would be streaming and to, like, go check chat. We can... if I get, like, a Blizzard or something, it would be an okay cast, but honestly, there's only 1 damage on board, so that's not even... I don't even care about that. Let's just, Kabbalist Tome here. I guess Mirror Entity is probably the best option. He didn't develop a lot last turn. He might have something on board that we can sneak away with. But let's... No, if I want to ping, I can't Babbling Book, so we'll just do this. It's fine. We got our Waygate too, but we're not... Oh, well, we might be in a position to win with Waygate with Pyroblast in hand. I don't have any other damage, though, so right now we're actually not. I need to get, like, a Fireball. Actually, even Fireball wouldn't do it, because I'd have to ping. Oh, and he healed, so multiple ways that this is not lethal yet. We're going to have to find some way to make this a really cool thing. Maybe even Pyroblasting a minion could be worth it, right? Now that's a spicy Flame Strike, guys. Well, let's Babbling Book first, see what we get. I'm going to show up this one because it looks like it put it more on tilt, right? So that puts us pretty far ahead at this point, I think. It's at least your girlfriend's name. No, it's not. I wish, dude. I wish. Just won a game with Zoo Priest. Turned my 2-mana or 2/2 mana Geode into a 20/20 for the win. That's awesome, gamer. I'm glad you're enjoying my deck, dude. That's cool. Eloise is part of Trumpo Storm. That's true. I love Eloise and Trump both. What deck are you using? Sorry I joined late. I'll put the deck list up. I forgot to, but it's a grinder mage, sort of a control mage that happens to run the quest, but not really because we care about the quest, just because it was kind of a free thing to do. I don't think I want to Flame Strike yet. I have a lot of health, and he only has, some amount of damage on board, and we can kill one of the things too. So let's just Cabal Courier, see what we get. Probably just Counterspell Ping or something. I don't actually know that Jiraxis is right. It probably is. I don't know how much burst damage this guy runs. He has... It's just a Jade deck with Hot Spring Guardian, so he probably only has, like, Jade Lightnings. I guess we definitely take Jiraxis. That way, if he takes me below 15, I can use it. Otherwise, I don't actually have to. I can Time Warp into Jiraxis. That'd be kind of a fun thing to do to get, like, a free Jiraxis developed. Honestly, Dragonfire Potion's probably a good pick here, too. But I think ultimately unnecessary. I could just Flame Strike trade to ensure I keep the board. But the Flame Strike is probably going to get better as the game progresses. So I'll just Counterspell Ping. And it actually might be slightly better to go into the minion, but we'll go face. He's got a Healing Totem. The only reason you do it is perhaps to set up a trade with maybe a 5-attack minion, but we don't have a 5-attack minion. So it would ultimately just give him free, I think. Oh, cool. Oh, no, you killed your own Lyra with... I'm seeing that, with the Embrace the Shadows. That's sad. So... I can Arcane Giant Time Warp into Lord Jiraxis. Is that just a great play, guys? I don't think there's any way we die to that. I can even trade into a minion. Kill the Healing Totem. Do I even need to do that, though, or do I just want a Jiraxis? No, I guess I could get a good trade-off if I do that. Yeah, let's just do it. I think it's totally fine. I actually don't need to do that. We can just ping it and go face. This just gets me a free and clear Jiraxis and a clean board, which is a rare thing, right? You don't normally get to play Jiraxis on such a free turn like this. We almost have lethal. We have 19 damage with the Pyroblast. But after this, we will almost definitely have lethal soon. I'll go ahead and kill the totem here, I think. Oh, instead, we're just gonna win the game, which is also cool. How's the clicking going, guys? How's the clicking and the hovering going? Somebody fill me in. This deck was powered by Tempo Storm. Always, definitely. Someone's gonna get a friend request after this match. Jiraxis hype. Is it okay if I send you budget deck lists to help the YouTube channel? Sure, man. It might help me inspire to build my own. I'm not just gonna copy yours. I like to build my own, but it could definitely give me some ideas and stuff. That'd be appreciated for sure. Hey Regis, it's me again. How is your day? Asks Kitty Christina. Pretty well. How about yours, Kitty? You face Regis and his beard of the Burning Legion. Oh my god, I'm basically Sargeras with this beard. A flaming beard, guys. It's not fel, though. It's just traditional flame. It's not green. So let me see if I can get a deck tracker up and working, since you guys always like to do that, and I think it's a good idea as well. Hey, that was a good win, by the way. That was cool. We beat an old-school Jade deck, but I really liked that win. That felt pretty good, honestly, the deck. There was one point I was a little bit scared we ran out of card draw. That was my only sort of hesitation about the deck at that point, but Hearthstone deck tracker's loading up. Got 41 people watching me load up an app, so that's awesome. Thanks for joining, guys. Okay, let's see. Import from constructed. Let's get our grinder mage in there. Cool, cool. Okay, now I think I need to start a game, and once the game is started, I'll get the overlay and stuff rolling. And then it'll be pink for a while, like always, because I can't figure out how to make that work, but then... Actually, nope. See, that never works. Okay. Keep the quest, toss everything else back really slow. Probably Miracle Rogue here. I don't really know how this deck's going to handle Miracle Rogue, but it's something we can definitely try to figure out. So incoming green, pink screen, guys. Watch out. I know it's there. I see it. It's going to be fixed. Why didn't that work? Why is that not working? Hold up. There we go. Now I make it big. No, I shouldn't have said that. People are going to record that. And it should be good to go. Should now see a giant-sized deck tracker. Full screen. Cool. Looks good. Alright, so we're signaling that we're, OTK. He's probably going to play around that a little bit. It's 1 a.m. here and still watching. That's awesome. Thanks for joining. Thanks for staying up late. You think Jade Druid will make a comeback when the meta settles? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe? I don't think so, though. I think it loses to too many of the things that are out there right now, particularly mid-range Hunter would destroy it. Sorry I'm late. Was on school bus and just got home. What did I miss? Asked CapDog2000. That makes me realize you're probably born in the year 2000, CapDog, which is both terrifying but awesome. And you didn't miss much, dude. We're playing a grinder mage. It's basically sort of a control mage. And I'm real scared of this quest rogue, because I don't think we have the tools necessary to win this game. I don't know that we're going to rush him down fast enough. I don't know that we can stall enough. Polymorph sucks against quest rogue. I haven't seen a quest rogue at this rank in a really long time, so. First grinder and now pink screen. Regis, have you tried making a working quest paladin deck yet? Maybe with the Warax guy? I think you mean the Vorax, and no, I have not. So it seems like it's one of the worst win rate cards in the expansion thus far, and I don't know that anybody's figured it out yet. Alright, well, Ice Block actually theoretically helps me some in this matchup. So he's played 2 Novice Engineers, 1 Swashbuckler. I kind of want to ping the Swashbuckler to prevent more shenanigans, but he's Shadow Stepped a Novice Engineer, and he combo faired it, so I think he's all in on the Engineers. I don't think he's going for the Swashbuckler play, so I think I'm just going to develop the biggest possible thing here to resolve the board a little bit and kill stuff. He might actually activate the quest this turn. It's possible. Another Shadow Step. Seems like he got off to a pretty good start with bounce cards, so when that happens, this matchup is really hard to win. We have some stall tools, though, with Blizzards, Ice Block. Like, there might be a chance we stabilize for a turn or two and just kill him before he kills me. But to make that happen, I have to get some minions out on the board and sneak in some damage, because we don't have fireballs, frostbolts, any sort of damage like that. A Doomsayer freeze could also be really clutch for me. That's a relatively weak turn for him in the scheme of things. Not a Novice Engineer, in other words. Coin Weapon? Yeah. I might just freeze out his face here. I mean, these minions are there, but they don't... I don't think I'm that worried about the damage. I know that he has the potential to combo me down later. But I also want to be able to kill him. Let's just see what we get. In other words, that stuff's all going to get Blizzard eventually anyway, I think. Even if it's 5/5s. So, Meteor's kind of enticing. Potion of Polymorph. I don't think that helps as far as the quest is concerned or anything. I guess Meteor's the best option here. I was kind of hoping for some burn, right? But so, for instance, you know, if I start... But I'm only hitting him for 3 per turn. I just don't think that's going to do the job. I think we have to hope that we land some Arcane Giants or something. Maybe activate the quest, although we're not even close. So I guess I'm going to clear, even though I kind of talked myself out of it earlier. He's not playing a super fast quest game yet. He's got a 3rd Novice Engineer waiting, so he's probably close. But for now, maybe we just keep the board a little tidier. We might switch to Fireflies now. Hey, did you get the deck tracker update by updating or download it again? Because when I try to update it, it crashes. I have no idea. I just clicked a continue button when I started. So I didn't do anything manually, feeling of the pain. If it updated, I don't know. Good luck, though. You should dye your beard at 15,000. No, this is sacred. You can't. That's like the worst idea I've ever heard. You can't dye a beard, sir. This is a sacred, sacred tool to my success. No, thank you. That would make everybody unsub. Why would I want to make people unsub? Blizzard here would be great if I wasn't worried that that was a counterspell. How on earth do I beat counterspell if I Blizzard into it? Although, ultimately, what else am I going to do on this turn? I'm not going to Meteor, I'm not going to Polymorph, I'm not going to Molten Reflection. Ping Ice Block would be the only other alternative play, but that means Ice Block gets counterspelled, and I don't want that to happen either. So I guess I'm going to Blizzard here, and very likely it's going to get counterspelled, which will suck, but I don't have an alternative, so it's not going to be as bad as... Oh, okay, cool. Maybe it's Ice Block. Could also be either of the summon guys here. We don't know Spellbinder either, but we're not going to ever probably activate Spellbinder. Maybe with Meteor. Does that put him at... No, he's about to hit his quest. I still don't have a good play this turn, though, unfortunately. Ice Block Meteor's not going to do much. This won't even kill a second. Oh, he's going to prep it out now? Wow. Okay. Well, Meteor just got a little better. But Meteor Ping doesn't clear. I'd have to Meteor Trade and Ice Block. Can Medivh next turn, but I think that's going to be too slow because Polymorph sucks. Molten Reflection is okay. But I got to do it. There's nothing else to do. He doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, so there's a chance we just keep up with removal here. Keep up with 5/5s, right? He's already played a lot of Novice Engineers, so he's drawn some stuff, but... Or we're, dead this turn. One of the two. There's always that option as well. Flame Strike doesn't help me much. Firelance Portal could. Although it's still only slowing the bleeding. I mean, we might have to rely on a Yogg somehow we can live that long. I just need a good draw. Water Ellie is not going to do the trick because he's going to pop the block. Medivh won't help either, though. Medivh does trade into stuff a little more. But I can develop 2 water elementals right now that could freeze out 2 minions. Which I think gives me a slightly better chance of living the turn after. But we don't even know yet if this is Mirror Entity. If this is Mirror Entity, I think we lose the game on the spot, basically, because we won't be able to keep up. So we'll see. Yeah. Oh, Potion of Polymorph. Well, that sucks. I guess I can ping one and hope for a Flame Strike somehow, because then, theoretically... No, there's just no way, guys. There's just no outs. He got off to too good of a start, and that damage in hand was nuts. So, he's going to pop the block, and I don't have any recovery after that. We have to win the game somehow. I don't even have a freeze left, because a Blizzard to clear the board. Perhaps we should have saved the Blizzard a little bit. I wanted to do it to remove the chance of him bouncing stuff, is why I did it, but Ultimately, he ended up proccing on something else, so... I think. Or actually, did he proc on a Firefly? I don't remember. I think Primordial Glyph into Blizzard is my only out that I can see. Well, hello there, sir. Let's see. That won't do it. That won't do it. You can Firelands Portal 1. Not even a taunt, so we're donezo. I think that was our only out. Let's see. I was born in 2000 and got my permit yesterday. That's awesome, dude. That's great, dude. Driving is fun for a while and then becomes a hassle, I think, after a while, and then becomes fun every once in a while again, too. I'm so old, says Keiriku. I know how you feel, I think, sometimes. You might be older than me, of course, but sometimes I feel very old, too, on Twitch. Regis, is your Hearthstone crash when closing it? No, I've heard about that on Reddit, but that's never happened to me. It's totally fine on multiple devices. Phone, laptop, and PC, so I don't know. Did you see the misplay yesterday at the HGG from Spain? I did. He deleted his rogue quest. That was pretty funny. You should shave it, as far as the beard is concerned? No, sir. That's even worse than dyeing it. Like, that's crazy. Why is everything black? No racism. I don't know what you mean by that feeling of the pain. Is something black on your... I think everything should be fine otherwise. The screen is black sometimes for some reason. Maybe I'm dropping frames, guys. No, it says everything looks good. Maybe Twitch is bugging out? I think everything should be just fine. As far as I know. Anybody else seeing that? Nothing weird? Yeah. I don't know either. Regis, the cards are all messed up. All different colors like purple and black. Guys, I don't know what that means. Only the secrets are black for me. Oh, maybe my Hearthstone's having weird issues, but I didn't see it at all. Oh, whoa, whoa. I see it. I see it, Oh, I think I know what happened. I think I know what happened. I think I know what happened. I think I turned on a... Oh, okay, okay. Did that fix it for you guys? Yeah, I think I accidentally... when I was trying to do the chroma, you know, thing that edits out the pink color on the deck list, I think I accidentally did it on the main Hearthstone panel. So it looked fine to me. It looks fine to me in the game, but apparently I had some weird stuff going on top of that. Should I play this now or wait a turn? I think I can probably wait a turn. He hasn't developed anything yet, so it's probably going to live. It's Paladin. He shouldn't be able to kill it very effectively, so I'll get greedy now and go for the... I think Volcanic Potion, if this is like an early game Murloc guy, will give me the most potential return. Yeah, it was a green... Yep, Keiriku nailed it. It was green screen stuff. Well, pink screen, technically. So anything that was like a variant of pink was getting picked up by the chroma key. I put it on the wrong layer. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Join the stream now. Lost something important. Doomsayer new rarity. Yeah, black rarity. That would be awesome. Yeah, you guys all figured it out. I'm behind. I think we need a beard dye straw pull. No, thank you, sir. Yeah, so he's not developing anything, so I'm going to hold the Doomsayer again. Just Babbling Book ping looks fine. That might be good against Paladin. This particular combo is a lot of damage. Little mini Flame Strike. Very affordable. Oh, this is like full-on control. Okay, I think we're fine against that. Don't have a great play right now, but we have some control stuff happening. We've also got Polymorph for Tyrion specifically. I might just Doomsayer now to set up an Elise on turn 5 to establish her. I don't think this matchup is the kind of matchup where Doomsayer Frostbolt's going to be very relevant. I'll go ahead and make this trade just in case he somehow clears and that damage is relevant. Because the minion, as far as I know, is going to die anyway. Or he's going to get to trade it himself if it does somehow die. So I can't imagine you want to kill this. I think he'll just develop a weapon or pass his turn. So it's a little unfortunate that he can play a True Silver on this turn. But again, I want my Elise kind of free and clear. So, alright. He got some value out of his turn, which is sad, but he did sacrifice a little bit here. And really, we were just looking for tempo, not value, right? So here's Elise. Give me them cards. That beautiful body of yours. Let's see. Why are you guys weirdos? I'm missing what the weirdo thing is. Great Twitch chat and have fun. Oh, good night, Twitch chat, and have fun, Regis. Thanks, Disco Combo. Thanks for swinging by before bed. Get some sleep. I don't really mind that. I mean, it's fine with me. What I don't like is that I don't have a play at all. Just terrible options here. We could actually overdraw him if we wanted. If we were really desperate to. We could make him burn a Tyrion or something, but that's really just not valuable. I'd rather him just not have cards. He might get to draw anyway, but I think this is my best option here. I might just go ahead and trade Ping too, in case he does resolve the Doomsayer problem. This means that his dude is at less health. It sacrifices some face damage, but again, I care more about board than I do face. Might set up into an Arcane Explosion next turn. We could have cleared, I think, probably with this combo, obviously, but why we had a 1-5 on the board. I'd rather just try to bring back tempo again if we can. Although we still don't have a great play, but there's a chance we do. We get a Water Alley, you know. Get to play a Pyros. There's other things we can do. Oh, so he is actually going to clear it. Okay. That's fine. If he's going to use weapon charges, I'd just as soon it be on this as anything else. If he plays one more guy, I might just Volcanic Potion to reduce the draw on the Acolyte a little bit. Depends on what we get, though. It could also obviously just trade in. I don't know. I think this might be the best ever Volcanic Potion that we get, so let's just do it. He's obviously control deck. He's got a lot of late game stuff. There's not that many low cost minions. I think it's absolutely fine. Let's play this Unguro pack. Ooh. I like it, guys. These are all pretty good control cards, except for this particular one, but we can play it now just to get the board a tad, so. But these four are sick. This is a hand, guys. Wow. This is a good hand. Hovering again. Stop, please. Okay. How fast is too fast of a hover? I don't know. It just looks so pretty to me, but if it annoys guys, I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Are you a graphic designer by trade or training? You do a good job with the art on your videos and stuff, asks Aaron3000. Actually, you're fairly close, man. I work in marketing, so not primarily graphic design, but graphic design is certainly an aspect of it. So yeah, I do, in fact, have a lot of experience in that regard. So thank you, appreciate it. I'm glad somebody noticed. This is just so good again. I don't see how I pass this up. Even though I'm not going to develop anything else. It's just crazy good. Regis banned me. Wow, golden legendary. Arcane Explosion, PogChamp. Yeah, we could have arcaned, but we needed to kill the Tar Creeper too, I thought, so I went ahead and popped for the extra damage on that guy. I think Fireless Portal is a good play here. Just kill the Tar Creeper again, develop a minion, probably just ping off a Hydrologist. Could just go for the Ysera. She actually lines up fairly well. We have 9 cards in hand. She'd put us at 9 cards again. Is he going to have a good clear for this? Like, he's already Aldor Peacekeepered, but I don't care if it gets Aldor Peacekeepered. He could obviously equality clear, but that does bust up his combo a little bit. Maybe we just hold her for another turn. I think this is fine. Let's just see what we get. That's fine and dandy for me. We'll ping here because this is more likely to trade it into the taunt, and this is a 2-turn ping kill if we want to ping again, so. Went on Arcane into Sunkeeper. That would have made the the Tar Creeper a 5 attack minion on his turn. Would have been sort of annoying to deal with. Because I didn't have a clear on the Tar Creeper otherwise. This is kind of hilarious. We can Sunkeeper Tareem into his Sunkeeper Tareem. Part of me just wants to play the Tyrantus, but I don't know. We can polymorph this, but I think we gotta save this for Tyrion. Yogg is already at 7 spells. It may not be the worst play in the world, but I'm a little bit scared of taking 9 damage, so I don't know. I don't have a line here that I love. I kind of just want a Ysera. We could cast Corrupting Mists. Is that good enough? Maybe it is. Corrupting Mists into Cabal Courier's 5. Nothing else to really do on the turn, unfortunately. We might get something off her, though, to do. I want to play her first to see what happens, but then I can't Corrupting Mists, so... I guess I'll do it. It's fine. I think I'm actually going to take the Greater Healing Potion, guys. I know there's a Legendary there, but the only way I think I lose this game is just by damage, so I think I'm actually going to like that result the best. I think we win every other time. We don't need another Pyros. We have enough value plays in hand, like by 1,000 actually. So he should probably trade into this minion. Unless he thinks he can somehow kill me soon, he might try to go face damage. We'll see. He's going face damage. Wow. That's an interesting signal. Because he knows this is going to live. Maybe he has another way to kill this. Maybe he's going to consecrate. Something like that. How intriguing. Thankfully, we do have the heal, so I think that's going to pay out for us. Yogg or the beard goes. Sorry, guys. Yogg is going to be good later, too. I promise. Wow! Very interesting. Oh, that's cool. Which did he get back? What just died? I think not the Tareem, right? I think he gets back a Stonehill Defender because it was the first on the board. I don't think it's left to right. I think it's just the Tareem. So, we can Arcane Explosion ping to clear and probably just play a Water Elemental. I don't want to play Ysera or Tyrantus into minions because I think it makes equality too good. Like, he can just send a 1/1 into Ysera, for instance. Actually, Sunkeeper Tareem trade ping is also fairly good just to develop a minion and save the Arcane Explosion. Oh, we can't ping. We have to ping first, and then Sunkeeper Tareem. I almost messed this up, guys. I think this is just fine. Pretty happy with a 3/7. What's the golden artwork on this guy look like? Nothing too fancy, just some rays of light. Like, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but I like the animations, as you guys probably know. I was just playing some Zulok. I think it does need the Silver Golems, Malchezaar's Imps, and Zavas to be good. Yeah, I think that sounds right. Jim Caro asks, oh, I see you're playing Jaina. Is that because she ice-blocked your spells last night and wrecked your face? I think that's a Heroes of the Storm reference that I don't approve of. But no, I'm playing Jaina because she's real good. She got a nice body. Alright, so Arcane Missiles makes some sense here just to pop the shield on Wicker Flame, but does it really accomplish anything else? I could leave up the Infested Tauren, maybe trade into the Stonehill, develop a Water Ellie and a Shimmering Tempest. 6 mana. We could ping something too, perhaps. I mean, this might actually just be the turn to play Tyrantus. If he does Equality Consecration, it's going to clear his board too, except for actually the Wicker Flame. So maybe I just play Ysera here. I might be overthinking these a little bit. Just needed to get these out. We can follow up with even more big ones. Equality Consecration, though, does give him 5 damage to face and 7 with the Consecration itself. So that's actually a tad scary. I think I'm going to stick to my original line here. And I'll kill this guy instead of the Stone... No, we'll kill the Stonehill. Because these trade a little bit better into it, I think. I'll ping here. Just in case it doesn't attack somehow. Could maybe give me extra value. Make the volcano erupt. Yeah, guys, I heard about that. You got to play the music in a certain sequence, but I obviously don't know the sequence, so it's not going to happen. I'm not going to spam all day trying to figure it out. Regis, would you say replacing my Stone Sentinel and a Novice Engineer for things from below would be good? Yeah. Perhaps. It depends how consistently your deck is playing on curve to... In other words, if you're not hero powering a lot, if your deck is really, really smooth on curve, then you're never going to get... you're never going to get value back from things from below. So I think Healing Potion's good. He kind of took the bait. We can just ping, trade, Healing Potion, Arcane Giant. Maybe even Spirit Echo. Because we'll have 2 reasonably good minions on the board. Are we close to the quest at all? We are close to the quest. So maybe actually we do Time Warp this turn to really flip the board in our favor. Let's heal first. I think, yeah, I'm going to be able to play the Arcane Giant and Time Warp. And remember, guys, I'm not trying to kill him with Time Warp. This is a value play for me. So we can Time Warp, play the Arcane Giant. Now we can take our extra turn, and I kind of want to ping, but I think I just really have to develop like Ysera, right? I think this is just better. Although, to some extent, this actually plays into... I've been trying to play around Equality Consecration this entire game, and I guess this actually does it as much as I've ever done it before, unfortunately. But he doesn't have a lot of damage on board, so that is one important distinction, is that for once it's not going to be threatening to kill us if he does pull off that combo, because we're at 19 again, and he's only got 9 from Equality Consecration, so... But this is kind of the most assets I've had on board the entire game. So maybe I got a little too excited by the quest. It's a good play. It's a good play in and of itself, in a vacuum. Like, it's awesome. But Quality Consecration, or just Pyro Equality, or whatever it is, does remove quite a few resources. But clearly we can reload with Tyrantus, Yogg, all kinds of stuff. Tavern Brawl or Riot. I actually haven't done the Tavern Brawl yet. I might do that before I quit today. So... yeah, it happened. We called it. Maybe shouldn't have went with Ysera. Maybe just Water Ellie. But we're still in an okay spot, I suspect. We can ping, play something. Is this the Yogg turn, guys? It's not a bad turn to develop Yogg. It's likely to clear the board. It's likely to give me some assets. It could heal me. It could fail, and if it fails, I'm not in the worst spot ever, right? I could actually still dream away a minion if I needed to. I think I'm going to do it. We're at 11 spells. Beyond 11 actually starts to get scarier, you know. The more you get, it gets kind of scary. Let's just do it. The only thing I'm scared about is, like, discarding my hand. Is that still possible with Yogg? I don't think it is, right? Because you... the big druid, the giant druid ramp is out of the game. I can't think of the name of the card, but... is there any other better option? Just Water Ellie Ping? It's fine. Could draw, Water Ellie Ping. It's fairly slow. I'm actually going to do it. No, let's just Yogg. We're out of time. So I got mana somehow. I can ping that, which is cool. Oh god, Embrace the Shadows is very scary. Bane of Doom? Oh. Oh, anything else. There's the Innervate. No! No, Yogg! Why, Yogg? I clearly pinged the wrong target. Oh, I think I'm dead. Wow. I know you guys all told me to praise Yogg, so I don't even want to hear it. My face is covered up. Gosh dang it, I always do this. I always forget. I know you guys told me to praise Yogg, so I don't even want to hear it. Don't even start. Everybody here said Yogg. Everybody did. Oh, okay. I see the sequence on the volcano. I missed it. Crap. Maybe we'll get the board again and I can do it. Ugh. Wow. That Yogg punish was harsh, guys. I mean, the odds of that happening were pretty low. Hey, Elsta, how's it going, man? We're playing a grinder mage, like a control mage, basically. Has the quest, but it's not about like OTK stuff. We're gonna have to cut Yogg because he absolutely sucks. He forsook us, I think is the right word. That really sucked, guys. Goodbye, Regis. See you, Secmacorn. Thanks for stopping by as always, dude. Appreciate it. Troll Yogg, definitely. That is absolutely the case. Is Ysera any good in Control Mage? I don't know yet. Lance Norris. I don't know, man. Maybe. The idea is just really late game value cards that your opponent may or may not have removal for. I like her theoretically. We haven't seen her super successful yet. But I don't really need to Waygate yet. I could develop the... Oh, I can just do both, I guess. It slows up my turn 4 a little bit. He's got a weapon in it. I'll just hold it. We can play both at once and maybe get more value. Best Yogg ever. Sure it was. Sure it was. You didn't praise him enough. That's true. I kind of played him in a rush. And you know what the problem was, actually. I actually know why he failed. It's because we didn't go all in. Like, we hesitated. I was like, no, we shouldn't Yogg. We should Yogg. We shouldn't Yogg. And he saw that as a lack of faith, and he found that lack of faith disturbing. And unfortunately, he punished us. Don't blame us, man. You know, it's always Twitch chat's fault, guys. You guys never tell me when I have lethal. You always yell at me for misplays. Everything is always your fault. Explore on Guro Brawl. Is it really Explore on Guro? I may have to try that. Let's after this after I've played this deck out, I'll do some brawls. Or one brawl probably, because I only ever do one. Lupito620 asks, Regis, what's a good Elise substitute? Because I don't have her. In this particular deck? I don't know yet. It's a good question. I kind of want the Mind Vision, guys. It's going to help me proc my quest. It's Miracle Rogue. It could give me like something good. Auctioneer. Would particularly like Sherazin would be awesome. Faceless Summoner's alright. Felguard sucks. I'm just going to take the Mind Vision, though. We have a good turn 4 play, so we don't worry too much about curve. This can fill in a little bit as needed. But any value kind of play. Elise is not absolutely necessary. Like a second Kabbalist Tome would serve almost the same function as Elise. A little bit different, but it would probably be fine. I have my own deck list for Control Mage that I've been practicing for the last couple of months. It is wild, though. Tell me if you want the deck list. Sure, guys, you're always welcome to send me deck lists. I may not respond to them right away, but I like taking a look at decks. It's really cool. I always read about decks and look at decks, so... Feeling of Pain says, gotta go, Regis. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What's your favorite expansion? So far, Journey to Unguro. After that, I like Goblins vs. Gnomes a lot, too. What's up, Regis? Nice to see you streaming again. Appreciate it, James Zuva. Thanks for stopping by. Regis, what's your favorite deck to play? Right now? I like Control... Taunt Warrior a lot, but unfortunately everybody's playing it. That makes me like it a little bit less because I like to play obscure stuff. When I was playing it, not as many people were playing it originally, but I don't know. Right now, honestly, this deck's pretty fun. I actually like this a lot, so maybe this one. Did you try the One Punch Man deck yet? I don't know exactly what that means. I know what One Punch Man is. Is that like Hemet and Holy Wrath, probably, if I'm guessing. Is spamming allowed? I don't mind a little bit of spamming. I think it's funny, but I guess there's limits to everything. I think you're probably talking about RegisKillbin. I think he's alright. He's not going absolutely crazy. Just 5 or 6 in a row there. I'm alright with that. Just as long as it, stays in check. But that's, if you guys hate spamming, if you think it ruins the experience, let me know. We'll talk about it. Hey, Regis, this is my first stream of yours. I come from YouTube. Oh, awesome, Pygmy Sloth. That's a cool name, and appreciate it, dude. I'm happy to have you here. Hope you enjoy it just as much as you do YouTube. Hopefully you enjoy YouTube, but hopefully you enjoy this one too. I think a 5-mana Firelands Portal is actually pretty sick. I think I have to take this. I don't need the card draw right away, and we could try to deal with that thing. Let's just Cabal Courier though. I think I like Dragonfire a lot against Rogue with Auctioneers. Yeah, this is fine. It's the best removal. I send you the deck list then? Just Twitch messages, Twitter, any way at all you think is sufficient. It's fine. Salvation95, a name I don't recognize right away. Happy to have you here. Says, Regis, what's your favorite hero? Mine is Shaman. Probably Druid historically, but I like Warrior a lot. Hunter, Warlock. I guess Druid is the answer. Not currently. I don't think I like playing... I don't really like playing aggro Druid, so... I might just go ahead and leave this Vile Spy in the live and Mind Vision into Firelands Portal. The Mind Vision's probably going to whiff. I don't know, but it's possible to hit something big, so let's just see what we get. Well... Not the best one ever, but thankfully he doesn't know what we have either, so he might think it's something good and play around it, right? There's a chance. We got Polymorph for Big Edwin. I think we're in an okay spot. The new Miracle Rogue's not about burst damage, which is the only thing that really, really scares me with this deck, because I don't have great answers to burst damage. It's more about like value and board, which we can both deal with. Like we could Blizzard a board into Dragonfire and clear pretty much anything, right? With Ping, Razor Pedal, you could even deal with Arcane Giants that way, so I feel good about our spot. As long as nothing absolutely crazy happens. Second, nope, just a clear. That's a fine Ping target, Razor Pedal target. Oh, just Nimbus. Okay, that's fine too. Oh, there's the Edwin. I think we'll just Meteor Ping. Oh, we can't Ping, but we can Meteor Razor Pedal, and that's absolutely fine. We don't even need the Polymorph for Edwin. We can use it later on Arcane Giants or something. Not a big deal. That Razor Pedal actually is quite handy. It activates our quest, and there was a cheap ping there because we didn't have the mana, so that's really nice. I love your YouTube videos, Regis. Oh, appreciate it, Salvation. Thanks so much. Linden8, what other games do you like other than Hearthstone? Asks Linden8. World of Warcraft, I play quite a bit still. I'm in a guild with some real-life friends. We do some raiding. I don't play it quite as much right now since Journey to Engro, but over the last 6 months since Legion, basically, I've been playing WoW. Like Here's the Storm a lot, too. And then I occasionally just play other games that come out. Not much on console, pretty much specifically PC, but, any indie games that look intriguing. Occasional AAA title that comes out, that kind of stuff. I actually like sports games, weirdly enough. Like, I love NBA 2K series, but you nerds, you fellow nerds, I'm not trying to put myself above you nerds, but you guys don't often get into the sports stuff, so nobody really identifies with me there, typically. Could Dragonfire into an Arcane Giant? I don't hate it. Clears the Auctioneer. We could also just ping the Auctioneer, which is probably better. Just Frostbolt ping. Save the Dragonfire for a pinch turn, And we can still play this guy, so fairly happy with that result. We can Blizzard through these to activate this attack if we need to, or stall something out. So the fact that they're in the way of this Arcane Giant's probably not actually an issue for us. He might sap it if he's worried about it. He runs one sap, probably, in this deck. Swashbuckler's scary because of Polymorph, Fireball. Wow, he just now got his patches. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. This could be a Blizzardable board. Regis, I played WoW for the first time ever for the Liadrin skin. It's so different from the type of games I play. WoW is fun, man. I mean, the reason I like Hearthstone is because I played WoW back in the day when it first came out. But I had not played WoW for something like 9 years between Legion and when I quit the last time. So, yeah, I think we have to Blizzard here. My God. I kind of want to polymorph the Sherazin too, just to resolve it. Like, if we're going to kill these Arcane Giants anyway, let's just polymorph the Sherazin. We already killed the Edwin, so there's no other polymorph target, I think. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I thought we had 10 mana. Whoopsie? Can I get a whoopsie? Oh, I bet we're just dead. Oh, man. We could have polymorphed it next turn. Oh no! Can I get a whoopsie, guys? I got a counterspell, and I got a Doomsayer now. I think we'll be fine with both of those. Oh, I could have actually Time Warp too, but I don't have the mana. But I think this will be. I think we'll be fine here because the. I don't think Eviscerate will kill me now. He might still have it, but he might think this is an Ice Block too. I don't know. We messed up though, obviously. I thought we could Blizzard and Polymorph and stall out these giants, but clearly that's not the case. Sap got Counterspelled, so that probably means we're dead to Eviscerate. Oh. If so, then I lost a game that we should have won. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's bad. That feels bad, man. That was obviously a winnable game. Ugh. Thank God we're nearing the bottom of rank 5 so that these losses don't hurt too much. Especially when I'm about to record a budget deck in the morning, but that makes me that one hurts a little bit because that was obviously a game we were going to flip the corner on. We could have Blizzard and stalled out the shares in, even with the mana we had. It would have been a 5-1, and then we could have just polymorphed it the following turn, and it would have been the same result. So I should have obviously counted our mana. I just thought the game was so far along, it never even occurred to me that I didn't have 10 mana yet. That's because you guys distract me. I start talking to Twitch, and I lose track of how much mana we have. RegisKillbin is just testing how deep the water is until he gets timed out again. Probably so. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Warchief00 asks, RegisKillbin, do you use any beard care products? No, I don't. I've been asked this before. Just soap. Just, when I wash my face, I soap my beard. I've said this before. I kind of think a beard should sort of just live on its own. I don't begrudge anybody taking care of their beard with oils or whatever, but in my regardless, it takes care of itself. It's a beard. It's a manly thing. And at the end of the day, it does its own thing. Hey Regis, I'd like to friend you in Hearthstone. Could you show your battle tag? Yeah, but I think my understanding is that my friends list is, well, it's not full anymore. Somebody unfriended me. What a jerk. So there might be one spot open. So first come, first serve. I think it's 200 cap though, so better hurry. I'm serious. His beard looks amazing. Thanks, dude. It must just be genetic then. I don't know. I know that one thing a lot of people get wrong with their beard is obvious stuff as far as cutting it and trimming it and shaping it. Like, for instance, a lot of guys on their beard go to their jawline and cut it right at their jaw because they think it gives them a harder jawline or something. I don't really know the logic. So you'll see where the line essentially goes right here. That's my jaw. You can't tell because the beard's there. But essentially my beard could look like that. Pretend my hand is my neck, And that just really doesn't give the beard the shape it needs. The way you're supposed to properly shape a beard is to essentially go about a finger or 2 fingers above your Adam's apple, and that's the line at the bottom of the beard, and then draw a circular curve to your ears. And that's essentially gonna fill in a nice kind of curved, supple shape underneath your chin. And although it doesn't have that artificial jawline thing, it still defines such a good strong shape that that's probably the problem a lot of people have as far as making their beard look good. Plus, some people are just scared to let the hair get long enough. You can let the hair get long, but still trim it with scissors so that it's not strangle what's the word, strands of hair kind of going everywhere and wild and crazy. You can still keep it in check and keep it full. The other thing with beards is some people don't trim the sides short enough. They let the sides get way too long and they look kind of puffy and stuff. But you can essentially, the most popular haircut of the current era, which is short on the sides and long on the top. The same thing applies to a beard, short on the sides, long on the bottom. So you kind of have the same sort of shape happening across both halves of your head, right? So, I don't know, that's the best tips I can give as far as beards and why it might look better than the average beard, although I'm sure there's improvements I could make as well, because I really don't ultimately try that hard, so. Ixode says, I came back for Legion as well. Unguro takes up all the time now, though. I understand that feeling. That's how I've been the last week. I have not played much of the new World of Warcraft patch because too busy playing Hearthstone. Yes, Brode's beard is vastly inferior to my beard, just for the record, guys. I'll probably brawl before too long, guys. I want to be sure I play through this deck sufficiently. Like, I want to give this some games and test it out. We've basically lost 2 games that we should have won. One to misplays, one to bad luck from Yogg. So I don't feel like the deck has gotten a fair shake just yet. I think the deck is better than we've showcased so far. And I want to see that. I want to see the deck successful. Regis, could you try Exodia Mage at some point in the future? Looks like a fun deck. I'm interested to see if it works. Yeah, I may try it eventually. It's a crazy deck. I don't love playing against it. That's fine. Looks like we might be playing one now. He just hasn't loaded up the quest yet. He probably mulliganed in case we were aggro. Didn't think he needed it right away, which is a fine play. So, speaking of which, we kind of have to figure out a way to beat him. We don't have Dirty Rat in this deck, so if this is an Exodia Mage, we're sort of on a clock. We gotta find a win. Might just go ahead and shatter that. That's very likely just Ice Block.
Aha!
So, you know, Freezing Post and Shatter, Ping. Could honestly Meteor it, too. Be a cheaper cheaper way to do it, really, because this is 2 cards. I know it's more expensive for mana, but we're not accomplishing anything else this turn anyway, and there might be a future turn where we want to play these 2 cards alongside something else. So since we have no other way to utilize our mana, the only downside is a potential counterspell, but I'm not worried about Meteor as a resource because this is pretty clearly an Exodia Mage, and we don't have to really worry about minions until the minions that kill us, and by that point it's going to be too late. So I think we'll just go ahead and pop this off with the Meteor. Just got a request to pet my beard, please. If only you guys knew. So soft and supple. Which Unguro legendary should I craft? Asks James Zuba. I have both Hunter ones. Kalamos, King Mosh, and Osdruk. I was thinking of crafting Elise, Umbra, Quest for Warrior, Priest, Rogue, Shaman, Mage, Sherazin, and Lyra. That looks like a pretty good list, man. If you've got the dust to craft all of that stuff, that's crazy good. So yeah, go for it. I don't see any problems with your list there. Umbra is the only card I haven't seen super successful, but it seems like it's still good and played in a lot of different decks, so... how do you look like with no beard? I don't know. If you want the short answer, I honestly don't know. It's been 10 years since I've not had a beard, so... I had the beard before the beard was like the cool hipster thing to do. So I don't know, man. Probably bad, if I had to guess. I have a fairly solid jawline. And I actually, even though I'm a little chubby, don't really have much of a double chin. So I think I'd look okay. But I have a pretty pointy, triangular face, which you can't tell from the beard. But I'm scared it'd look just a little too narrow at the chin. I shampoo my beard because it's supposed to get quite dirty if it doesn't. It makes sense. I just lather it up with soap, you know, like just regular body soap. Perhaps shampoo is better, but blaming your subs isn't good for business, says Thinkador. Probably true, but I think it's fairly obvious I was being playful. So hopefully you guys can pick up on that. Obviously it's not your fault when I misplay. I think I'll play my little guys. I want to kill this stuff. I might actually just ping this dude and play my little guys. Medivh is intriguing. Maybe we just Medivh and go face. Let's do it. Regis was born with a beard. The fact that I'm at 21 health doesn't concern me that much. This may not actually be Exodia Mage at all. This might just be a secret mage now that we see these Medivh's Valets. So I don't know that I'm in a ton of trouble. I don't know what this deck's about. He's played a lot of cards without the quest active, like Coin. Well, just Coin, probably. But, in other words, I'm not super worried about the quest, because he hasn't played it yet. I mean, this could still be it right here. This mulligan card he kept. Whoa! Whoa! Well, that's terrifying. Ice block, maybe? Another shatter. Oh my god. Game, I don't need shatters anymore. I think I'm dead, to tell you the truth. I'm just trying to kill him here. I don't know, guys. We gotta kill him next turn, I think. I'm probably just dead. He might think this is Ice Block and play around it. But I think I'm dead. I think I misread the deck too long, and then I got Pyroblasted in the face. Real scared. I don't know what's about to happen. Oh my god. Well, I can answer that, but he's got a ton of damage now that I can't. I'm just gonna die. I can't even play Yogg. Are you serious? Oh my god. I can't even play Yogg. And I didn't get the Mirror Entity because the stupid Imp Master. God dang it. No! How? That's the worst possible set of outcomes. I don't think this is gonna be relevant at all. I'm just super dead. I don't have an out. It doesn't help me. He might be convinced this is an Ice Block again. He's got the damage in hand. We saw it. That's 12. Our only shot is convincing him this is Ice Block somehow, and he does something else. Barber's not to blame. Beard tips with Regis. Thanks for the tips. How long did you have the beard for? I answered that one already. Beard videos on RegisKillbin YouTube channel coming soon. 2K17. Never brawl. It's coming, I promise. Regis, you should start a beauty tips channel on YouTube. I need more beard tips. Like I said, I really don't... Oh my god. Why would you do that if you thought it was Ice Block? Why? Why would you Pyroblast my face? That would have left me at 9 again. He must have known it wasn't Ice Block somehow, but I don't know how he knew. Alright, I'm gonna go again. We're gonna win a game with this. Could you make a video on how to get your deck to show up on your screen while playing? I could, but it's actually pretty simple. You should just Google Hearthstone deck tracker, and it really does all the work for you. Oh, almost. I did not. If I accidentally unaccepted, I meant to accept. I'm so sorry if I accidentally closed you, Pygmy Scout. Or Pygmy Sloth, I mean. I'm so sorry, but I meant to hit green. Regis, your YouTube intro is amazing, man. Thanks. A lot of people hate it. Some people like it. I like it. I'm stuck with it now, so not too unhappy with it. Regis, you're probably one of the only streamers, YouTubers I have heard of that actually responds to a lot of comments, Twitch chat. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. I try my very best. It's becoming harder and harder every day, though. So I understand why some of the big ones don't. It's just it's an ordeal at some point. I can't keep up with YouTube comments at all anymore. There's just hundreds and hundreds a day right now across videos from the last 6 months, you know. So it's too much work. I try to pick out a few here and there to respond when I can, and try to read everything, but it's tough. Show an old picture. I might do that someday. I don't have one right now, but there are definitely some out there. I'll play a curve. We can maybe Pyros Doomsayer next turn if the board looks scary. This is another secret mage, I think. I don't know what's good, but oh, perfect. Good. I don't think it's Fellfire Potion. I think it's probably just Fireland's Portal. This hurts me, which is what makes me too nervous about it. Like, I don't want to take a ton of damage. Regis Bronzebeard should definitely be your new name. That is actually a pretty cool name. I like that a lot. That's pretty funny. I did not get your friend request, Monster Hunter. I'm sorry. It's full. You might have missed the window again. My apologies if so. Do I just want a Doomsayer Ping or Doomsayer Pyros? He could definitely clear the Doomsayer if I just Pyros. He may not be able to if I Ping. And if he does clear it with like a Frostbolt or Fireball. He's utilizing some resources and slowing down his turn pretty significantly. So I think I like this better. Regis, when you figure out a stream schedule, because you're trying to make it work for people that have school. That's sort of tough. I don't know. It's hard to make it work for everybody simply because of time zones. Everybody's got different time zones. So, you know, if I only stream in 3-4 hour blocks, it's like, oh no! Gave him a free one. Ugh, these are terrible. It's god awful. I think I'll take the Ice Barrier. It helps me live into a Flame Strike to swing this board back in my favor. It basically wipes out the damage he has on board next turn. But I don't even get to Flame Strike next turn, so I don't know, guys. This sucks. I've got, like, nothing. God, Pyros looks so cool. Ping the Imp. Did I ping the Imp? What Imp are you guys talking about? Am I so far behind? Oh, I pinged the Imp to play a card, but I'm way behind chat, apparently. Jeez, good lord. That was last game, guys. Shaved beard at 1 million subs. Well, that might be possible for 1 million. 1 million is a lot. Not 15,000 or whatever. I'd have to think about that. Picture of baby Regis with his beard. Yeah, there's no photos of me without a beard. Sorry, guys. The Law 27 asks, hey, Regis, can you bless the 60 packs I just bought? Sure thing, man. Your packs have hereby been blessed. Go out there and get some shiny oranges. Man, our hand is just abysmal again. I want to ping off something. I want to play... I guess I'll play Pyros. It's just a bad Boulder Fist Ogre. He might trade into it if he's silly. If not, I might get a super value Flame Strike. Well, he wasted his whole turn. He's going to get a lot of damage, but Flame Strike's going to feel pretty good too. The question is, can we live long enough to make it matter? How do I send you the deck list via Twitch messages, Regis Beardbin? You can type it in or put a Hearthstone or screenshot, whatever, man. I don't know exactly how to message me on Twitch. You click my name probably and there's an option somewhere. I'm not honestly sure. You almost look like Big Game Hunter. That's pretty funny. I wish I did. Oh, that's gotta be a counterspell. If I play Medivh, aren't I just dead? If I play Elise, I can also Arcane Intellect to test for Counterspell. I'm just really far behind. This is a sick card. I can't believe this doesn't get played more. Is it played in the Secrets deck a lot? Because it seems really good. You know what's funny, guys? I built this deck with a mind to beat specifically Taunt Warrior, which is like 40% of the ladder at this level. And thus far... God, that's game. I don't think we had a good play other than maybe Polymorph. But even then, we didn't have anything else to do. He only needs 3 damage, though, so we're definitely dead. Oh my god. I can't even Yogg yet. How on earth do I live? Girl Pack might give me an answer. Polymorph. Ping is not possible, so that doesn't even keep me alive. I think we're going to overdraw on these. Yeah, I only got 3. Well, that helped a lot. Yeah, we're just dead. There's no outs. We could have Kabbalist Tome into a, you know, an Ice Block or something, but no outs. Oh, cool. Wow. What a target off the Tortolon. Jeez. Not that... Actually, we would have gotten some value out of it with the Pyros. Would have been cool. Not giving up, though. We're going to win a game. We need to queue into taunts. That's my whole plan. Live in Central Time Zone. RIP BGH, yeah. Top Tech Reno. Oh my god, I wish. Oh, what happened? My Hearthstone DC'd, guys. Gonna have to come back in. Give me a second. I don't know why this always messes up when the game is not active. It shows some silly stuff. I don't think Taunt Warrior's that good. I have to respectfully disagree, Tan45. It's, maybe it's, I don't know where you're at on the ladder. Maybe it's not there. Maybe the people playing it don't have everything. But it's the early data from like Versus Report and everything suggests it's probably number one for both popularity and win rate. Although Pirate actually might still be number one for win rate. But I climbed with Taunt Warrior from like 9 to 4, or actually to like 5, early 5, because I played Hunter to 4. But I climbed from Taunt Warrior from 9 to 5 and lost like 2 games on the way. So, you know, some kind of ridiculous win rate. That was a couple days ago, though. Or, yeah, a couple days ago. Probably Sunday night, Monday. So it worked for me. It was outstanding. Actually incredible. Do you think you'll ever start a golden collection after you finish your regular one? I can't envision a world, Ionic Cobro, where that's feasible. There's so many expansions hitting. The rate I go at now, I barely keep up. I barely gain at all. So I don't think I'm ever going to have, unless, you know, somehow Amazon sponsors me like Crip or something and they buy me like 10 bajillion packs. There's just no way that's ever going to happen. Crip is probably the only person that I can imagine who will do that, or some of those quiet whales out there who just spend insane amounts of money on the game. I played Taunt Warrior before it was cool. Taunt Warrior is mostly useless until you start putting taunt minions into the deck, and then it's good. I have to agree with that sentiment. This will probably die to like Crackling Razor Maw, but it's never going to get better than right now, so I'm going to try to make it work. It dies to Huffer, it dies to Leok, dies to Eaglehorn Bow, dies to Wolf Rider? Didn't know that was a thing. I've seen some hunters, but they have yet to run Wolf Rider in my experience. I think I got a Primordial Glyph into Ping. Could maybe play the Shimmering Tempest, but that might actually be too slow. But let's see if we get like a Volcanic Potion. Arcane Missiles is actually likely to hit very big. Forbidden Flame could give me a guaranteed kill, but this Arcane Missiles has to hit. Like this, you know, either one of these is going to be worth some value here. Just going to go ahead and do this. If one more had hit, we would have been able to clear. It's kind of sad this lived because, you know, Houndmaster is a card. Crackling Razor Maw is a card. Like, a full clear probably would have won us the game or put us in a much better spot than this particular scenario. We can still ping it and play Shimmering Tempest, so we've got plays. We're not out of it yet, but just how much better would the game have been without that 2 extra damage coming to our face? Probably considerably better. Do you have gel in your hair? Deadly Shot, Aggro Hunter in 2017. Not gel. I put a little bit of pomade in my hair. It's just to firm it up some. But not that much, and it's mostly just blow-dried for the lift to answer all these questions. This guy is full-on Face Hunter. Making it work. 2017. That is absolutely useless. Let's try this. I think I gotta go for this and hope for an Ice Block next turn. Or something to keep me alive. I don't know. We're just losing, though. I don't think we have time to flip this. He's got 7 right now. We might be dead already. Yeah, we're just dead. He said Druid earlier. Yeah, Druid's probably my favorite class throughout the history of Hearthstone. Used to love ramp Druid stuff. Can't lose stars at this rank. Thank God. So, I think that's going to wrap it up for me in this particular iteration of my Quest Grinder Mage. But I'm going to make a couple changes and play a few more games. Because it seems that as much as I built this list for Taunt Warriors, we're not actually seeing any Taunt Warriors. Which is sad, because I wanted to be able to counter Dirty Rats and pull all these shenanigans off. But it didn't work out. So, I'm going to watch what's going to happen. I'm going to tech this a little differently for early game to answer aggro, and then we won't see any Taunt Warriors at all. We just won't run into one ever. Elise is actually pretty slow. I didn't like her that much in the list. Molten Reflection's really slow. Gonna add in another volcanic potion. An ice block would probably be helpful, but I just don't know that it's enough. We might just want to add in some heal. Like, what heal options do we have? Oh, Mistress of Mixtures actually might be okay in this deck. It's kind of lost. I almost missed the spout on my particular soda here. It has definitely lost something in Unguro so far, but I don't know. It might work to help contest those hunters and really fast starts from other decks. Does that give me enough late game still? I mean, that clearly juiced up our early game. We still have Yogg, we still have Medivh, still have Arcane Giants. I think so. Look, I mean, that curve looks really nice. So, yeah, that's just a couple small changes, but should be a much more consistent early game. We can also try mulliganing away the quest a little sooner. I don't like that idea, but it's definitely a possibility. No risks, though, so... open pack or we do nothing. That's not a bad idea. Maybe play a couple of games of this, and then I'll open the pack and play Tavern Brawl, then I'll have to go. Regis, in your opinion, what is the best Unguro legendary card? I don't know. Kalamos is pretty good. These are actually probably okay keeps. But we can toss back the quest. We don't need it against Hunter. Kalamos is pretty good. What else we got? I mean, Warrior Quest is pretty good if you're counting that as a legendary. Probably those two are my bet. Beard isn't as shiny as hair. They're also different colors. It's just, that's how my head works. I don't know why. But that's how it works. The beard is actually a little bit more orange, and the hair is a little bit more blonde, brown. I don't know what you call it, but slightly different colors. I guess you know why that is. The beard is legendary. That's the only answer. The beard is legendary. The hair is a mere common. Linden 8 says my favorite class is psychology. That's actually what my degrees are in, Linden 8. So got some similarities there. Yep, Volcanic Potion is going to wreck face here. Nice. Regis, answer that one. Can you show your Taunt Warrior deck? Yeah, I can if I remember. If you remind me a little later. I missed your comment, sorry. Yeah, I mean, my beard's a golden legendary. Nice, you're right. That actually makes way more sense. I do... what was I going to say? 2 Ice Blocks. Oh, yeah, as far as Ice Block is concerned, we don't have, like, a heal recovery. This deck doesn't have the burn of, like, an aggro mage where you can stall out with Ice Blocks and find lethal. We don't do that. So, basically, we would Ice Block and then just be right where we started with 1 health and just be dead the next turn, I think. We don't have the opportunity to flip games around that fast. Medivh is the new Summoning Stone. The quest lets you do something turn 1. That's true, but the risk... Oh my god. Oh my god. Again, the value. Thank god we added 2 of these, right? Holy jeez. We can even ping it off, too. Like, this is just brutal. He hasn't actually done damage to me yet. He hasn't done damage yet. Do I run 2 meteors? Oh, yeah. I figured that had to be a concede. Like, my god. The value. Ugh, that was a beautiful thing. He's running Timberwolves in that deck, too. That's cool. Oh, the quest lets you do something turn 1. Let me address this. Yeah, it does. It always gives you consistent turn 1 play, but the problem is if you're looking for really specific anti-aggro kinds of tools, like if you want to get an extra card draw to slightly...
Legendary. Payday $.
So I got a donation. Titation. Payday money. $20. Thank you so much, Titation. You are absolutely a golden legendary. You firmly deserve that. Wow! Oh god, but that sounded terrible. I apologize. You should immediately request a refund. But dude, that's so awesome. Thank you so much for the thanks for the donation, as always. Deeply and greatly appreciated. Oh, I see Parkser just followed me. I have a feeling that's Tempo Storm Parkser, guys. You may know him as one of the main contributing editors, and I don't know what your official title is, Parkser, but he's pretty much the all-star at Tempo Storm. So he's probably here to yell at me for not writing more articles on TempoStorm.com where you can become legendary. He's going to yell at me and say, why are you streaming instead of writing articles? But that's all right. We still love you, Parkser. So back to the quest. I think it's fine here because we're playing a slower matchup. But anyway, mulliganing the quest gives you that slightly higher percentage to draw into something you might need. Essentially, every turn, you're one card ahead in your deck. And if we don't need the quest, if it's going to be irrelevant in the matchup, like it would have been playing against an aggressive deck like Hunter, then why do we need it? It doesn't matter. I'd rather pass that turn on turn 1 and increase my chances of drawing the perfect, volcanic potion exactly like we did. So I think, great question, and that game was a perfect explanation of why it matters. Shadow Vision seems fairly good, because we, a lot of spells get an extra Firelance Portal, extra Flame Strike, extra Combolus Tome. I don't really need Mana Bind or the other one. This is a good little trade, too. I forgot to show my Taunt Warrior deck. So sorry, Console. Remind me again, I'll get you. We're going to play one or more 2 games, then I'll kind of be on the menu. We'll work through a lot of that stuff. Parkser already says, can you write more articles? And then he says, LOL, Karen took my phone and typed that. I don't believe you, honestly, Parkser. I think you're pushing it off on her. I would love to write more articles, by the way, though. It's but you got to talk to Twitch chat. They've been keeping me busy. They already complain that I don't stream enough. I've streamed like 9 times in 9 days probably, which I thought was outstanding. But Twitch chat's already judging me. Promoter Glyph's awesome. We'll take that.
Golden legendary!
Oh my god.
$25 just so I can beat last week's.
Wow, Titation. Thanks again, dude. You just wanted to hear the shout out that you're a golden legendary donator. I know what's up. But thanks again, dude. That's sick. Much appreciated as always. If you're going to keep ramping it up $5 every week, though, you might be in for a long ride in a year from now. So be careful. I think 25 is more than enough, dude. Let's cap it there. But deeply, deeply appreciated as always. Ionico Bro says, we ever play the Elder Scrolls card game Regis? Probably not. It looks cool. But Hearthstone is just too successful for me now as far as everything's concerned with YouTube and content side. So I don't want to sacrifice Hearthstone for another game at the moment. It's going too well. That said, I have played some other card games on my YouTube, so it's possible that I check it out and just post an hour-long video or so, just previewing it basically. Hi, Parkser told me to tell you to write more articles. I believe it. I believe it. He rules with an iron fist. A soft, loving iron fist. If you guys, honestly though, this is going to sound like a pitch or a shill, but legitimately, TempoStorm.com actually does have fantastic Hearthstone content that I'm not sure enough people see. I haven't written any in a while, so it's not even for me, but it's more than just the meta snapshot. In other words, I know a lot of people go for the meta snapshot, and that's a great resource too. But there's other good stuff on there that people would certainly enjoy if they gave it a shot. So we're already in a sticky predicament here. I wish I could pick both of these. Potion of Polymorph might be fairly reasonable in this matchup, though. It's fairly cheap, too. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm losing a ping, but I don't really have a good ping line anyway. So I think I'll just freeze this guy. Take him to 5. That gives me some outs to kill him on a future turn as needed. It also reduces the risk of it growing into a giant size with buffs from Priest, which is really your main goal. Since we don't have the Polymorph yet, we might need a way to kind of limit the damage of this thing getting giant. JT Rex said, hey, Parkser's girlfriend told me to tell you to write more articles. I don't doubt it at all. They're coming in here and just... Oh, see? That's a clutch. That is a clutch potion. Ooh, I wish we had that shatter now. Might still be worth just to slow this down. Again, reduce the health totals. Make some trades. Like we could take this down with the water LA too. Actually, we could just go ahead and kill the Razor Leaf. I think that's reasonable as well. This is the scary guy. We need a polymorph, but you know we run 2. We have a pretty good chance, 10% chance at this point to draw into a given card. So polymorph is coming sooner or later. And if he goes all in and we're able to polymorph it, that's going to be fantastic. What are the best arena classes right now? Asks former Jesus. I don't really know, man. That's a good question. There's some great resources out there to answer that for you, but I haven't been playing enough and haven't been reading enough. I've been in super constructed mode, so I don't know yet. It's a great question. I need to learn it myself because I'll probably be playing more arena soon as the meta settles in Unguro, but no idea. Your chat is 5 minutes old. Did you notice your Wi-Fi is lag? I don't know exactly what that means. I'm always behind on chat. I know that because I try to read everything. But is the stream 5 minutes behind the chat, though? Is that what you mean? That sounds alarming, if that's the case. I'm actually going to dig for polymorph now, maybe. Arcane Giants. Can we play these yet? What are they at? 5, so not quite. I'll load up the counterspell. It might kill a Divine Spirit here. He's going to get some card draw, which sucks, but we're getting cheap Arcane Giants, which are going to be solid plays, too. Let's see. Now, in your opinion, what is the best legendary card currently in standard rotation? Man, you took it a step further. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that worked out okay. Oh, no, just Power Word Shield. That sucked. Never mind. That's not what we wanted. Not enough value. In all of standard... I mean, the Unguro ones are still very good, so the answers I said previously, like Fireplume's Heart, is probably defining the best deck in the meta right now. So it's not a bad one itself. Beyond that, I just don't really know. These will go down to 3 for any spell I cast, so if I did, you know, like Volcanic Potion. But I'm down to 14 health. Oh my gosh. I'm probably just dead. Very soon. I don't have a board clear. Ice Block... Oh, let's bury her first, and then we can Ice Block Arcane Giants on the following turn. And we're gonna... This is gonna also activate the quest next turn, so I think we can pull off a pretty big swing turn here. In the very near future. I think that's gonna put us in a decent spot. You gotta shave your golden beard, you don't keep golden things. So you're actually requesting that I disenchant the golden beard. That's pretty hilarious. Oh, cool. He's using Purify just to cycle a card instead of activate a minion. That's pretty cool. I gotta disenchant the golden beard for dust. I just don't know how the girlfriend would feel about that. Lately I've had a good amount of success with Quest Shaman, if you have the dust. Oh, you guys are talking to each other? I see, I see. The deck tracker is... Hearthstone deck tracker is what it's called. Is the deck tracker not up, guys? Oh, whoa, whoa, oh. I'm seeing it, but I didn't have it flipped on. I'm so sorry. It's here. I promise. Raging Storm is the name and Hearthstone is the game. What are the best 86 cards in Unguro set in order? Yeah, it's hard to think of these things in sequence, as you guys might imagine. Am I dead? Did I turn away and I'm dead? Oh my gosh! What? So, okay, so we can Time Warp and Ice Block and play the dudes. But is that... It's going to allow me to kill the 16/16, but I don't know that I'll be able to do much else. Oh, wait, does Doomsayer work with Time Warp? I don't know the answer. Do you guys know? If I Time Warp Doomsayer, does it go off at the start of my turn? I'm sure it does. It must. It absolutely must. That's what we're going to do to clear the board. I've never seen this interaction yet. I hope it works. Oh my god, I hope it works. I might even play the Shimmering Tempest too. Just to get the card back. Wow. Did not even know that was an actual interaction, but that is crazy good. We didn't have lethal or anything with the Arcane Giant, so I liked this line better than that particular line. Hey. Seems alright. Seems sort of good. That's 26 damage. We don't actually have lethal despite this, but hey, we might find it. I don't mind that. Heal my dudes. It's cool. Oh my goodness. That's a play. Babbling Book into lethal, I think? No. Not. But, that's okay. We have the Ice Block up still, so... I don't see how he clears this board, given his deck, and I'm pretty happy. That was a heck of a play, guys. Wow. Why not play the Pyros with the Doomsayer? Because I thought I might need the spell more than I would need the 6/6 body, because in other words, we had so many bodies, and that would be a 6-cost card to play the following turn. But I might get like a second Ice Block or something, you know, basically for free. So the spell seemed more valuable to me than the card from Pyros. If Pyros summoned a minion when it died instead of gave it to your hand, I definitely would have played the Pyros. But the way that it just gives it back to your hand, it would have been too big of an investment and too slow. Yeah, he wasn't even able to pop the block. I don't know how. So did he actually have the chance to pop the block? I didn't do the math. I was reading Twitch chat, but it seemed like he maybe just was one short after he buffed everything up. But that Doomsayer play is nuts. I'll show the taunt decks and we'll do a brawl, guys. This is gonna be my last game with the mage here. Is this the same dude? No. This will be my last game with the mage, and we'll then go do a brawl and look at some decks that people are asking about. Hey Regis, who's your favorite Hearthstone content creator other than yourself? Good question. As far as streamers, I like Tyson Savitz a lot. It's pretty chill to watch, both incredibly gifted at the game, very knowledgeable. Beyond that, I'm trying to think who else. Might just go ahead and Doomsayer this guy. We're not going to be able to ping it. And I don't think he's going to be able to kill the... He might have Shadow Word Pain, though. It's worth the try anyway, honestly. It's worth the try. This could help me kill it on a future turn if he does have the Shadow Word Pain. If it dies, it doesn't really do anything for me. But I do have some cards to play, like Cabal Courier, so I'm going to throw this down too. I think he's going to kill this, so I'm developing the minions as sort of a backup plan when this dies. He could probably Shadow Word Pain heal, and I still won't be able to kill this guy, which will suck. But that's not incredibly likely to happen. He may not be able to kill it at all. He's only, 6 cards deep or whatever, 7, 8 cards deep, but... Lyndon Ace has been a fan of your YouTube for a while. First time I've properly sat down and watched your stream and really enjoyed it so far. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it so much. That's the kind of stuff I love to hear. Wow, he's just going to sacrifice for 1 card draw, it looks like. Because he doesn't have the mana now for the Shadow Word Pain. That's awesome. Or does he actually have... He used the coin already, yeah. So he doesn't have coin either. That's not going to be very good for us. I guess we'll definitely take the Shadow Visions here. But as far as other content creators, like not just streaming, I don't really watch that much YouTube Hearthstone stuff. Trump helped me a ton when I was a new player because he's as old school as it gets, basically. So he'd probably be on my list to some extent. I don't know. Beyond that, I don't read a lot of Hearthstone stuff. I just kind of check, deck lists basically, and I follow a lot of people on Twitter. But there's a lot of awesome people. I consider myself among the least of the Hearthstone content creators out there. So can't go wrong with almost anybody, honestly. But I prefer people who aren't quite as salty, a little more positive, focus more on education than entertainment. Although I've enjoyed a Forsen stream from time to time too. So really, I'm up for just about anything. Lance Norris, I saw all your messages coming through, dude. It looks like you wrote an awesome thing. If you should copy paste everything you wrote to me. If it's like it looks like it's sort of a guide almost, you should like post that somewhere on Hearthstone or Tempo Storm or somewhere for other people to see it too, dude. It looks like a great little resource you've put together. I think that'd be helpful for people. I don't know that I'm going to discover anything useful right now for 4 mana. Polymorph is good in general against this priest, I think. So maybe we'll do it and just play the Water Ellie. Primordial Glyph is fine. Meteor actually is also pretty good against priest, though. If this goes to 14, for instance, right? I guess I'll take the Meteor. They have so many high health guys. It's probably going to get some value. I could try to set up some sort of smart trade here, but I don't know what's best, and I can just attack face for now and let him dictate the trades and clean up with Meteor the following turn. Glad I was able to catch your stream. Best streamer on Twitch. Cool cat. Thanks for the great streams. Appreciate it, Dwalmar. Happy to have you here, man. If you're heading out, have a good night. So like I said, Meteor is going to look pretty good here. This is still a problem, but at least we get started, right? I'm actually going to go ahead and freeze this while it's at low health or low attack, because it's not going to kill my guy. And now, if he does do some sort of inner fire buff, it's not going to accomplish anything. It's just going to be frozen the whole time. Maybe we draw into Polymorph by then, you know. Love to see another Meteor or a Polymorph. I think I'll just go ahead and Polymorph this one. Can't do much else with my turn, so probably actually develop an Ice Block. Not a Vaporize yet, because this isn't silenced. I don't think this is going to... I think this will attack my face. Kind of waste the Vaporize, so... Ping actually might be worth it to help preserve the Water Ellie. I guess I'll Ping. I could freeze this to set up for the Firelands portal, but he's probably going to heal. The thing I'm worried about is if he does Inner Fire at this turn, like he could Purify and hit me for like... Purify, Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, hit me for 16 or something. That put me in a pretty bad spot. If it goes up to 7, I can't actually kill it next turn, though, is the biggest problem. But I could develop a Vaporize to sort of counter it later. If he heals, it goes up to 7. Firelands Portal Ping would not kill it. I'm still going to do this just in case. I know that sort of looks like a weird play, but I'm trying to play basically a turn or two ahead of this guy. Oh, but the Purify is going to silence the freeze anyway. What am I thinking? That's silly. I should have known better. Should have known better. That's a silly play. Vaporize is still going to probably kill the Defender of Argus. Unless I line up some other way to make this work better. Could just Firelands Portal the 3/4. It's a pretty significant minion, but this guy is still the concern. This guy's still the concern. Maybe if we get a taunt, it's good. This is just... we don't have great answers here. I'm a little saddened. Oh, okay. It's a taunt. I'll take it. We'll ping this. Every point matters. What's the most funniest thing you've done in Hearthstone? Mine's playing Volcano, and my opponent played the 5-mana 8/8 that the Hunter has, deals 3... That's awesome. You did 24 damage off Volcano. That's sick, dude. Do you hope to be as big as any of those streamers? No, that's not really my hope. JT Rex, or... yeah, JT Rex. Am I saying that right? You told me how to say it, and I've already forgotten. That's not really the goal. I mean, sure, that'd be fine. It's awesome. I'm happy where I'm at now, frankly. You guys are cool. So, whatever. I'll play it as it goes. They're awesome, so I mean, I don't want to steal views from other people who are really good. What's your favorite YouTuber non-Hearthstone related? I'm not really, admittedly, into the kind of Hearthstone culture that much, so that's kind of difficult for me to answer. If I had to answer, I guess I'd say H3. I like them. They're kind of funny. They make some funny stuff. Can I actually do all of this? No. I was hoping I could kill the Defender of Argus, polymorph this, and set up the Vaporize, but I don't think I can kill the Defender of Argus and Vaporize, because this is likely to take the Vaporize. Because this is 5 mana, right, to clear this off. I'm going to take 14 to face if I do that. I guess I could just polymorph Arcane Giant to maybe trick him into the trade. I can't polymorph and vaporize and Arcane Giant, which would be cool too. I might have to Ice Block to stay alive. In which case I could just go ahead and Volcanic Potion to set up the play next turn. I think I'm going to end up taking too much damage here, though, and dying, basically. Might be able to Vaporize a big guy next turn, though. If I can ping Vaporize, perhaps there's a way to stabilize. We're not close to the quest, though, so I don't know. Pygmy Sloth's asking for a Pack Blessing. Sure thing, man. Inner Fire doesn't really help it that much. Even Divine Spirit doesn't do a ton to that 14-9. Unfortunately, he just stole the ping from me, though, which sucks. So now I can't ping off that... that Definitive Argus to set up the Vaporize. He attacked out of order if that had been Vaporized. Ooh, that's a good draw. Our block is still alive for right now. I'm actually going to develop this just in case he goes off on this guy. I'll play this too. It kills it. Are we going to stabilize again? It's going to be close, I think. Your content's really underrated. I'm not sure why you aren't more popular, man. Appreciate it. I don't know. I haven't tried to do anything too crazy. So that might be part of it. Clutch Vaporize, guys. Whew. We're alive for now. He just started streaming. That's true, Salvation 95, but I've had a YouTube channel for a while, so... But I mean, that's getting popular too, don't get me wrong. Those are good cards because they're damage, and we're going to be thinking about killing this guy soon. That's 8 damage in hand. We can do 9. We'll have 12 probably. So there's a chance we just kill him. We have enough actually right now on board to kill him. And the block is not even popped. This might be my second straight game where we actually stabilize against a priest, which is crazy. So is that lethal right now? I think it is. 6, 8, 9. Plus 8 is 17, 21. No way. Are we one off? 8, 9. Really one off lethal, guys. 11, 12, 18, 21. We're 1 damage off lethal. Oh my god. Hey, Regis, this guy here. What are you playing? Just control mage. Yeah, you got it, man. Basically, no crazy combos. Yep, you nailed it. You picked it up perfectly. Regis, I have to say you're quickly skyrocketing to one of my favorite streamers. You're so cool, down to earth, and such a humble and nice guy. Appreciate it so much, Monster. Kind words like that are awesome. Donations like Titations are awesome. You guys are just incredibly supportive in every way, which is so cool. I think I'll just Frost Nova that and send all this stuff to face. I don't think he runs any kind of crazy heals, but just in case he does something like a Lyra into a greater healing potion, I'm not going to burn this stuff yet. I'm just going to hold it. He's going to pop the block, but that's not actually my biggest concern right now. I just don't want him to live. Oh. Well, that's game. I think that's just game. Now he can't heal himself. How's he even going to clear the board, too? That doesn't heal him. Don't care. He might be able to kill a minion or something, but that's not, none of that stuff's going to help you, bro. Sorry. That's all junk. I have 9 damage in hand, and you can't heal now. So I think the game's over. Hey, Regis, love your YouTube channel. Glad to see you, says QFJY. Appreciate it, dude. Thanks for the kind words, as always. Hit me up for a message if you're going to play my deck on stream. Sure thing, Lance. It's not going to be today, but I'll let you know if it looks awesome, and maybe someday. Who knows? Yep, game's over. He probably knew exactly what was in my hand, but he didn't even clear the minions, so That's amazing. That's the second straight game I stabilized against a priest. Like, just 1 damage stabilization. That's so crazy. I like that the deck is capable of doing that. We finally won some games. Adding in those low-cost cards clearly helped, and it didn't even hurt us against control. So clearly the second iteration of that deck was far superior to the first. And there you have it. That was my Grinder Quest Mage. And although it wasn't super successful at the beginning, some of the changes I made, I think, did make the deck work really nicely. And I think it has a lot of promise as a competitive deck and an archetype that we haven't really seen so far. So I'm excited to actually play test this one a little bit more. All that said, if you have any thoughts, comments, or questions in regards to this deck, you guys know where to leave them. But until then, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, game on.